I know the HOA. I know the HOA.
You can be on the road, but not on my property. No,
I basically own your house.
How does that work? I basically own your house because I know the HOA. So how does that, like, are you paying the tax money and stuff like that on the house? Because if that's the case, then I would love to be that guy in that situation and be like, oh, so I'm not paying for my house? Cool. Here, then, you know, this is what needs to be paid every month, this, that, and the other. I mean, if you want to own the house, you got to pay for it, so it is what it is. That's just a shitty... I don't understand what this woman is thinking. As a matter of fact, I'm done with this. I'm going to move on to the next clip.
So recently, me and my mates made a den, and this chair wasn't knocked over, and this tarp was actually over the sofa. So after that, some Karens made a Facebook group chat saying how much we're damaging the environment, even though we'd already spoken to the police and said it's completely fine for us to have it there as long as we clean up at the end of summer. I commented saying that, and that is our den. When they found it and posted it on Facebook, after they left, they had tipped our table over, which I spent about 3 hours making, and it took 4 of us to carry, so the wind could never have done that. And they left the tarp off the sofa, and it was just a mess. They then got a tractor to remove the den, which was really annoying because now we've got nowhere to, like, chill. And even though that they're saying that we're damaging the environment, they've done this with a tractor, so... what?
See, this is where, you know, loud motorcycle much? Oh Lord, I'm starting to sound like a Karen. But this is where people like this draw the line. You know what, you want to yell at me, you want to get in my face, fine. But because you're pissed off at something on my property, and you go and vandalize it yourself, that's, like, I can get you on not only trespassing, breaking and entering, but vandalism. I don't understand how this solves the problem. It's like they complain about this thing, and then they go and do the complete opposite as to what they're going to say. Like, we're going to call the cops, we're going to call HOA, we're going to call APS, and then they just end up just, like, breaking shit and vandalizing shit. It's just like, whoa, hold on a second. Just wait, stop. This is not what you said, for one, and two, seriously, you're on my property. This is now, you are now the criminal in this situation. And then this is just what goes through the mindsets of Karens. They think they do this because they're helping the environment. They're helping in this situation. And then all of a sudden, they think they can do no wrong. So all these laws and these that they're breaking and stuff don't have any effect on them because they're saving the world. No, you're just an idiot.
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's illegal to take pictures of people that they don't have to give you permission. So,
Good to know.
do you want to delete it now, or do you want me to talk to someone about pursuing something with you, since it's illegal what you just did?
You can talk to security if you want.
Okay, let's go. Let's go do that.
Oh, I'm not following you. You can tell them what I look like or something.
Okay, that sounds good. So I'll just get a picture of you. Very nice. And I will go send that to security, and they will be out here shortly.
Fuck you, bitch.
So, I'm guessing by the thing that says Karen walked in on our TikTok, these two teenage girls, I would assume, because it's TikTok, they were just, you know, creating a TikTok. Not hurting anybody, they were probably just dancing, so therefore they're not necessarily, you know, harassing anyone or breaking the law in any sort of way. They're just making a TikTok, and this lady was like, no, not having it. You millennials and your stupid apps. Now I can agree TikTok is dumb, but Jesus Christ, you gotta stop telling people that they can or can't use it. It's a free app for everybody to use, and when they do use it, you can't just be like, you can't do that here. It's like, where does it state that I can't do this here? I'm not hurting anyone, so you need to mind your own business. This is one of those Karens where it's more of, oh, they butted in on someone's business when this situation had nothing to do with them.
We got a Karen. Break an ankle.
See, the whole skateboarding thing I don't understand, because I don't know what types of areas would count as okay for skateboarding and not okay for skateboarding. But again, I mean, it seems like these guys are being careful. They're not trying to, get in anybody's way, and it doesn't seem like there's anybody there, so in this case, I mean, unless someone came out and said, hey, don't skateboard here, obviously she did, but I don't believe she works for the park, I guess this is. And even if it's like a park, wouldn't you think there would be an area where, skateboarders could, do their thing if they wanted to? It doesn't seem like they're popping any tricks. Once again, I don't know the context before this clip, but it just seems like one of those clips where these kids were just, minding their own business, skating around like it was no problem, and then this lady was like, hey, you can't do that. This isn't a bike. This isn't a car. But in the end, that would be my only argument. I mean, if we're in a park and people are riding their bikes in the same exact area, why can't I skateboard? Because skateboarding, believe it or not, is just another way of transportation. It's probably not a popular thing of transportation, but people can get around on a skateboard, a scooter, what have you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bike or a car. It's a topic that everybody tends to, just disagree on a lot about skateboarders being dumb, this and that and the other. I used to skate a little bit. I had a lot of friends that skated. So in the end, I have no problem with skateboarders as long as they're not going around like doing tricks and hitting everybody in the face with their skateboard, What is it my business to ruin the fun that they're having, It's none of my business. Let them do what they want to do.
Do you want me to leave or not? Do you want me to leave or not? You're blocking my way. We're going to start to leave. Alright. No!
Ma'am, their physical activity is important for their mental health.
There's a cop right there if you want to tell them.
See, now this means to tell me that they are okay to skateboard there, because apparently there's a cop, like, not too far from where they're doing all this, and if they weren't allowed to skate there, obviously by then the cop would have came up and said, hey, this is not allowed, you guys are going to have to move. But, in this case, I guess the cop's like, they're not hurting anybody, I'll just let them be. So if it was really that much of a problem, the cop would have stopped it already.